Okay, look, so I hear a lot of people complains that they never get any orders on Fiverr. And let me tell you something because I'm quite sure I can explain you in a very simple and effective way how you can actually turn things around because like it is no wonder why most people don't get orders on Fiverr. And I'm telling you because like I'm quite qualified to speak about it. I was making close to $10,000 in pure profit within the first 3 months starting my freelancing journey. And I'm talking about pure profit as well. So I know a thing or two about actually getting orders. You can see like in November I was completing 80 orders, 77, 38 orders. You know what I'm saying? So of course it really depends on the actual service you're providing. But let me explain you quite a few things. So the main reason why you potentially are not getting any orders, first of all, because there is not enough demand on your service. This is the most important thing out of everything, because if there's no demand, like nobody's gonna purchase from you no matter what you do. The main reason why I was able to generate this amount of money was because I'm in a category where there is high demand, which is website development. It really doesn't matter. Website development is not the best on Fiverr. There's many more better services such as social media marketing, SEO services, video editing services. Like there's a lot of demand on different categories. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing is that a lot of people try to pretty much selling something or offering a service that they believe they're good at, and that's not the way you're actually making money. Because just because you believe something's gonna sell, or just because you're good at, I don't know, like a specific service that there is no demand, like nobody's gonna purchase from you. If you're like good at video editing but nobody's buying video editing services on Fiverr, like nobody's gonna purchase from you, or the odds of you actually selling is quite slim. So what you're actually potentially doing wrong, let's say you're actually, you've been receiving quite a few clients here and there, or you get messages from prospects, which is, I believe, like receiving messages is a key thing. Why do I say it's a key thing? Because if you're receiving messages from other people, like for example from buyers and everything, that means there is potential in your niche. However, the thing here is like potentially you're doing wrong. It's like honestly, you don't know how to sell. That's the most important thing. Like when we're talking about like how to make money, like this is potentially the reason why you don't know how to sell. And I'm telling you this because for me it was so easy to outcompete other Fiverr sellers because they don't know how to sell. Most people don't know how to sell. They don't know the principles about selling. So for me, I was just competing with someone who has like a better reputation. So let me just explain quite a few things. Let me just go ahead to, okay, here's fiverr.com and just show an example like social media marketing, my favorite example, because there's a lot of people making a shit ton of money on these services. So for example, the reason why I was able to make like quite a few bucks, like, or well, a lot of money for most people, was because I was just competing with people that the only thing they have is just like good reviews. But guess what? Yeah, of course buyers cares about the reviews and whatnot, but like if you know how to actually sell your service better than this person or the competition, like you're good to go. Like I'm telling you, like I started from zero, so there's no excuse. I started from zero. Like this is my first month. Second month, I completed 2 orders. The next one, 26. The next one, 52. The next one, 47, and so on, so on, so on. You know what I'm saying? So the main reason was because I was very good at selling. And what do I mean by selling? By pretty much creating good offers. So basically, this is your problem. You don't know how to sell. So you must create a solid offer. Like a lot of people believe that just because you have a gig on Fiverr, like people should naturally come to you and purchase from you. Nobody's gonna purchase from you. That's a reality. Nobody has a good reason to purchase from you. Why? Because you're competing against a ton of other people. Like let's try again social media marketing. Let's see how many people are in here. There's like 14,000 results. If you go to website development, look at how many people I was like pretty much competing with. Website development, 55,000 results. Like, and it really depends on the subcategory. You know what I'm saying? So 55,000 people like offering similar services. So nobody has like a buyer doesn't have a good reason to purchase from you. Why? Because they'll be filtering based on the first people that they pop up on their feed, or like the reviews. You know what I'm saying? However, the biggest advantage here is that you can outsell everyone very easily if you know how to create a good offer. Because let's be real, if I'm a buyer, why would I purchase from you? Like I have no reason. However, that's why I was circling back. The most important thing is receiving messages, because if you receive a message, you have full control over closing your clients. So if you receive a message from a potential buyer, you have full control over closing them. closing them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Closing them. This is very important because they will send you a message, but they will be comparing your service with other people. So, for example, if you don't offer something like that, it's different or much more valuable than the competition. Odds of you actually like selling them is going to be slim. So that's where most people get stuck. That's why most people don't manage to make any money with Fiverr, because they don't understand how to sell. However, there's one thing: if you don't receive any messages, you're pretty much cooked. And how to receive messages by pretty much, okay, how to receive messages on Fiverr. Okay, number one, well, let's put it like this. Number one, sell something on demand. Sell a service that is on demand, and of course, pretty much, you have to be patient because it's a snowball effect. Hold on, it's like, hold on. You have to be patient to wait for the snowball effect, because Fiverr works like a snowball effect, because the more orders you get, the more five-star reviews you get, like the more chances you have of Fiverr exposing your gig to the marketplace. You know what I'm saying? That's how you scale to the first pages. However, when I was making this amount of money, I was not even on the first pages. So Fiverr has a way of very much showing your gig to potential buyers, especially if you're a new seller. They always give you the opportunity, but if you don't close any client, nobody's going to purchase from you. And if nobody purchases from you, you don't have any data for Fiverr to say, hey, this is a good gig. So therefore, they won't push your gig to the algorithm, because they will assume that you're not generating any income, you don't have any good offer and whatnot. So momentum is key. So as long as you have pretty much messages received, your only goal here is to close them. It's not hard, and the whole idea here is that you must create a good offer. You need to close them. Like, this is very important. I can teach you how to actually close by clients, but here is like pretty much giving you the reason and like the understanding of why you're not getting orders on Fiverr. It's not because Fiverr is not good, because here you have the proof, right? Like, there's a lot of money to be made. Like I'm talking about like 20K almost in pure profits as a freelancer. So there's money to be made. There's people making a lot of money. Like, let me just go here. Let me go here to this person who has like a lot of orders. Go back to social media marketing. This girl is like making a ton of money. And this is just for proof, to understand that the problem is not the platform. The problem is like your ability to sell. Of course, like for example, 74 orders in queue, and like she always have orders. So the thing here is like, it's not the platform, it's actually your ability to sell. That's why you're not getting any orders. I mean, but don't get me wrong, like I kind of hate Fiverr as well, because it's a love-hate relationship. Fiverr is a weird platform, but it doesn't matter. Like, our job here is to actually make money, and this is the reason why you're actually not getting orders, because you're pretty much not creating good offers. Either you're not receiving any messages, or you don't know how to actually. If you're receiving messages, because you don't know how to close clients. Because again, you have to think nobody's going to purchase from you just because you have your gig display on the marketplace. Like, there's 100,000 people offering the same service as you, so why would they purchase from you? You need to be very good at selling and to create good offers. It's very, very, very simple to actually do it once you understand what I'm saying. Like, that's why for me it was very easy to scale, right? And also, like, you have to evaluate the market demands and competitions. For example, because yeah, for example, I'm showing you that social media marketing. There's like a lot of demand, because you can see here proof that there's like a lot of people ordering from her, and that's just her. Like, there's more people purchasing from other people and whatnot. So there's like there's demand for it. But for example, if you go here to, I don't know, let's say AI, whatever, AI video, let's see if there's demand on this. Because you can easily see, because if in the top pages they're not receiving like a lot of orders, that means that there's no demand for the service. So as you can see here, 10 orders in queue. So yeah, I mean, there's like quite a few orders. So you can pretty much determine whether if something has a he doesn't have any orders, like, but you can determine whether if people are actually making money or not by just researching basic research here, AI services, whatever it is. So it's really not that complicated to understand whether if there is demand on a certain service. So that's one of the main reasons why you might not be getting any orders, because maybe you're selling something that there's no demand. So this is key. But how you can turn things around, this is the most important thing. That's why we pretty much like waited till the end. So please stay with me, because again, otherwise you will be pretty much like going nowhere. So first thing first, like, how to turn things around. Make sure you are selling something on demand. Now, guess what? Good news for you. You don't have to be an expert. Because, for example, you can be offering social media marketing services and you don't have to be an expert, because the only thing you have to be an expert or very good at is closing the client. You know what I'm saying? Closing the client, convincing this is a good offer for them. So you can pretty much like emulate these people, like the ones that are receiving the most, or you can emulate and see what they're offering and pretty much offer the same to the clients, because you can always hire someone else for cheap. Hire someone else for cheaper and keep the difference. If you don't have expertise on like on-demand services, you can do that. Because a lot of people feel limited because like, oh, I'm not an expert in website development and whatnot. Like, it really doesn't matter. Just sell something that it's on demand. Just close them, because if you don't close them, you're not gonna make any money, and that's a reality. However, in the meantime, as you close clients, you can either learn it through YouTube as well. You can learn through the YouTube or use ChatGPT to teach you like how to pretty much deliver the service and whatnot. It's really not that complicated. Nowadays, we're in a pretty very privileged age where we have like AI and we have YouTube University. Everybody's teaching everything basically for free on YouTube. So it's very good. You know what I'm saying? And also, you can ask friends first to purchase from you. Why? Because you need to kickstart and get momentum. Because the more, as I was telling you, it's a snowball effect. Snowball effect. The more orders you get, the more pretty much 5-star reviews you get, the more the Fiverr algorithm push your gig to the marketplace. And it becomes a snowball effect, because Fiverr wants to make money. How do they make money? By you selling your service, because they get a fee, right? They get a commission and whatnot. So as long as everybody's happy, it's a win-win situation. The buyer is happy, Fiverr is happy, you're happy. Like, it's gonna be like a snowball effect. That's what happens here. And then eventually, I mean, of course, I had a few drops, but as you can see here in 2021, boom, get like it's still making a lot of money, right? So that's why. That's the reason. That's the reason, because like I was very good at selling, and that's your only thing. So if you were wondering, like, why you're not getting any orders on Fiverr, please see this video again, like at least quite a few times, because otherwise you will see me, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, it makes sense and everything, but you're not gonna do anything about it. It's very crucial that you actually listen to this at least 2 or 3 times to repeat the video, so it embeds in your head and you understand what you have to do, because this can change your whole trajectory as a freelancer. You can travel around the world, you can live in a very nice place, you can take care of your family if you actually implement what I've been telling you in this video.